if you're watching or hearing this, then you clearly saw the thumbnail and title and don't need an introduction, unless you're laying awake at 4 AM eating a plastic tub of special brownies. If that's you, then turn this video off and go the fuck to sleep. Also, for this video, since it's a slightly different topic to my normal content, I decided I would parody Moist Critical. He's a small YouTuber on the platform. He makes some videos here and there, and he's probably some absolute loser, but he clearly has some kind of community, so I thought it would be funny to milk his following. Anyway, if you've been living under a rock for the past week or so, here's the summary. Jacksepticeye and Mr. Beast have a newfound beef thanks to Twitter. Yes, it's still alive, hasn't died despite BBC News now calling it X, and after everything we have done to get rid of it, it's still giving us content to make YouTube shorts and TikToks about, so that we can stretch those 60-second topics over the 15-minute ad line. Jacksepticeye has been making YouTube videos for the past decade now. You probably know him, and if you don't, you've almost definitely seen him, being one of the elders of the platform who paved the path that modern YouTubers walk now, alongside the legends we all know like PewDiePie and Markiplier. He's probably most well known for playing Happy Wheels for 103 episodes and screaming at fans telling them to laugh. Beautifully effective methods. Absolutely 10 out of 10 laugh at every single one of his videos. On the other hand, Mr. Beast is known for clips like this.
Chris, I was thinking about robbing a store.
You can't do that. You'll get shot, Jimmy.
I'm white.
Oh yeah.
He's been making content for about a decade, starting off making Call of Duty Black Ops videos, where for 30 minutes straight he talks about nonsense on the famous Nuketown map. And after doing the same thing for way too long, he switched over to being an infomercial channel. Dear God. Honest tragedy, he went from having fun making videos, talking about easily searched topics for easy views, like how to make money and how to make popular videos. Every YouTuber when they started searched these things, so he got easy views for a long time. But clearly he wasn't enjoying his content as much, so he later switched to reactions. He watched It's Everyday Bro and danced till you're dead for 10 hours straight, because clearly this man had less will to live than Kurt Cobain. And not long after that, his content achieved brain rot level. Now, when I say brain rot, I don't mean as bad as YouTube Kids or Cocomelon, or maybe not TikTok level. I mean he sat there watching children make YouTube videos and proceeded to call all of their intros amazing. After doing this type of content alongside some skit videos which age as well as the Titan submarine, he got his first sponsor, and out of an act of kindness he gave the sponsor money away to a homeless man. This video blew up, and I think it was here where he found his new method for online fame. Then basically this became his channel's branding. He will continue to make challenge videos where the winners want cars, money, or even just the promise of subscribers, and this is the type of content he still makes today. Except now he's not sharing his subscribers, he keeps all of those to himself. Now, you might immediately assume that I am biased to Mr. Beast because I went into more detail for him than Jacksepticeye, but the truth is the opposite. After seeing this drama, my love for Mr. Beast dropped harder than the bass of a Tentacion song. I used to watch Mr. Beast videos every time he dropped a new one. I'd get that notification, I'd throw away whatever I was doing and not watch it immediately. Because the good that he does for the people who watch his videos and for the people who need it is an absolute massive W. But after this drama, I've actually been binge watching Jacksepticeye for several days straight. I waited a while to make this video for the upcoming Sidemen football, which I thought would bring more change to the situation since both Jacksepticeye and Mr. Beast are actually going to be a part of it. Because Jacksepticeye and Mr. Beast are both going to be playing in the charity football match. However, if you're seeing this version of the video, clearly that didn't change anything and hasn't brought anything new to the table to add to the discussion. So we'll be continuing with your regularly scheduled content. This is the part where I tell you to like and subscribe. Do it. Whenever I tell people to like and subscribe, I get way more likes and subscribers. It's brilliant. Do it. Time for the drama. I'm sorry for the length, but I needed to stretch this video out if I want to get that juicy ad revenue on YouTube. Jacksepticeye was on a Tom Yinit video recently on his old channel Tom Simons. If you don't know who Tom Yinit is, then don't worry, he's just some kid, he's not that important. Jacksepticeye was on a lie detector and was asked if he thinks MrBeast ruined YouTube, where he responded yes.
Now Jack, a completely unrelated question. Do you like Mr. Beast?
No.
Jack, oh! Do you think Mr. Beast ruined YouTube?
Yes.
Two issues I immediately have is that the question was very specific, meaning this was either staged or premeditated as a conversation Tommy and Jack had already had. And if it's staged, it makes Mr. Beast's response 10 times funnier. I haven't had such a hard ha-ha hee-hee since I saw an infamous TikToker apology dance. You all know the one. I'm not gonna show it because I don't want you to lose your will to live either, but we all know it. And if anybody's wondering, Tommy in it does ask Jack afterwards why he thinks Mr. Beast ruined YouTube, where Jack replies Mr. Beast made it focused around making money and not having fun.
Now, in all honesty, Jack, why?
Because it became more about views, money, and popularity than it did about having fun.
You just don't think you had fun playing Squid Games? You don't think you had fun riding on yachts? Building wells in Africa?
When people on set try to argue Mr. Beast could have fun, Jack simply says if he had fun, the videos would be longer.
You had fun riding on yachts? Building wells in Africa? I don't know.
If he had fun doing those videos, they'd be longer.
We'd see the fun.
Ooh.
Thought you were going to get me with that one, didn't you?
Who's the YouTuber you hate the most?
I don't know. There's a lot of groomers and pedophiles on our platform.
Now, while I think Jack has a point that Mr. Beast is focused on money and not having fun, I don't think the length is evidence. He was on the spot, so I don't want to weigh heavily on this example, but a lot of the time YouTube is promoting shorter videos rather than longer ones. I see plenty of 10-second memes on YouTube and even 10-minute videos, but I never get a 10-hour compilation or 3-hour-long playthrough in my feed. I will talk about the evidence on why I feel Jack is right a little bit later. Mr. Beast clearly saw this video and did a little poopy in his pants, because not long later he took to Twitter and made this now deleted tweet. It's on screen now, but I'll read out the important parts for anyone who's got this in the background. So, quote unquote, I ruined YouTube, end quote, because I didn't buy a mansion and sports car and instead reinvested my money into making content. Quote, if he had fun, the videos would be longer, end quote. What does that even mean? You think I'd give up every hour of my life for 14 years if I didn't have fun? This clip is insanely disrespectful in my opinion, and obviously there is so much I could say about his content, but I'll just take the punches and be the bigger man. Sigh. Oh. Someone call me a doctor. I think I'm about to die after having to read that. I think I read that and just got brain rot. I read that and just lost 6 years of my life. I hate everything about this tweet, but let's break it down into parts to debunk rather than just shitting on him and making a video about the next news topic like I'm a Keemstar compilation. Mr. Beast claims he didn't buy mansions and sport cars, but he does that in every video. It's literally his brand image to give away houses and destroy cars. He does it constantly, and on screen is just few of the many examples. The second part is a harder part to argue with, because I said earlier that shorter videos aren't necessarily less fun. This depends on your content style. Let's use Jacksepticeye as the first example. He's a Let's Player and he will make 30 or 40 minute long videos on games. Meanwhile, comedians like the Misfits crew will make their videos around the 10-minute mark, because they're not focused on the gameplay, they're focused on the jokes they make as they play. They can make these short, repetitive, and quick firing so that they don't have to have these long videos and can cut it down to much shorter things which will get recommended more and will get more people to watch them. These people probably have equal fun in making their content, so length isn't a clear depiction, but the following part of his paragraph is a bigger lie than the Tooth Fairy. He has not given up every hour of his life for 14 years. 14 years ago when he was playing Call of Duty, those videos did not take 16 hours to make. His later content about ad revenue and hot topics probably took a few hours of research and editing, but probably between 4 and 10 hours. And for the video's quality, I'd guess closer to 3. He probably started putting more time into his content when he started doing challenges, and that wasn't even 10 years ago. The earliest one which he hasn't deleted as of the day I'm recording this was 4 years ago. His content before that was being a menace to retail employees with an army of degenerates in dinosaur costumes, and destroying cars by either crashing into them with duct tape to try and stop them, cutting them in half with hot swords, or just smashing them apart with many tools like pickaxes and hammers. God, I'm falling out of character. Oh, I need to get my voice back. Give me a second. It's really difficult to parody Moist Critical, actually. I don't believe that these videos prior to the challenges would take his whole day to record and edit. Few might be exceptions where the physical labor during recording takes the whole day, but otherwise he's just exaggerating to victimize himself. He really, when he got roasted, he went and made a tweet where he sat there and he did the whole, "Don't be mean to me, I worked hard every day for 14 years to get to where I am." Bro got roasted and he tried to play the victim card. This last part made me laugh at him and question if I am actually living in the Matrix, because he calls himself the bigger man and then says, "sigh." Quote unquote, literally sigh. He says the word sigh at the end of the tweet. If you gotta type it out, you might as well put some asterisks on each end and say, "Ooh, nuzzles up next to you."
What color's your spaghetti?
And you are not being the bigger man, you are being the bigger child by responding and drawing attention to it, which you probably realize, which caused you to delete this tweet later, but too late cause now half of YouTube will make videos talking about you. Good job. This tweet also just reminds people about Jacksepticeye, and using TubeBuddy, I saw that MrBeast actually lost a little bit of his daily views since this tweet was made, and Jack has actually been back on the road to gain daily views since this tweet was made. Now, I can't say that this perfectly shows a correlation, but it does seem to suggest that this tweet actually benefited Jack and then just did huge damage to MrBeast. So once again, good job. My chair is falling. There you go. My chair was falling, that was insane. Honestly, this whole tweet makes MrBeast look like he's scared of criticism. And I don't mean scared like he doesn't know how to react. He's been making Call of Duty videos 14 years ago. And I know that from how long and how much he would promote these videos, he's probably seen enough criticism to take him going for 5 years if he sat there reacting to every single piece of it. I know that when he started, he would post out these videos on Reddit and Twitter and do subs for subs, and he would get insane amounts of criticism. And I know many examples where in more recent times he's received criticism. This is everything from Chris coming out as transgender, and MrBeast now making a statement, making everyone think that he was transphobic, all the way to other events like when he said that he won't get shot because he's white.
I dare you to say something controversial. Chris, I was thinking about robbing a store.
You can't do that. You'll get shot, Jimmy.
I'm white.
Oh, yeah.
Idiot.
What the fuck, bro? When I say he's scared of criticism, I mean scared like he's Ryan Reynolds at a Conan O'Brien's interview being told that they found pictures of his prepubescent penis.
I was about 18 years old, and in the middle of the dinner once, I grabbed the camera and I went in the bathroom and I just took a picture of my penis.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to see if he would naturally edit these photos at some point. Nope. He nailed it out.
He sent it out?
Yeah. So I think there's one day, I hope it doesn't happen, but there's a penis picture of mine floating around somewhere.
Well, guess what?
Yeah.
We found it.
This tweet was an unnecessary retaliation, and if he didn't reply, this probably would have been laughed at and forgotten as fast as the modern memes, which seem to change faster than the line in the sand for South Park jokes. I think MrBeast does a lot of good for people who really benefit from it, and for that I do have a lot of love for him. But this video was a dark moment in YouTube for MrBeast, as it could become another nail in the coffin for the Beast brand. I have an upcoming video talking about a lot of problems that MrBeast is facing right now, and if all of these start taking weight, it could quite easily kill off the MrBeast brand entirely and end his career. But you're gonna have to wait for that video to come out. But I suspect that this issue won't grow any further, as since this happened, Jacksepticeye and MrBeast have both been dead quiet about this drama, so I imagine that it's probably going to be a dead topic by the time I even release this video. But hey, that's the story, that's my take, thanks for watching.